the latest fashion trends to buy and how to wear them. We discuss the relationship weight gain double standard, ways to save money on household items.
Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Michelle Yarn.
And I am Rachel Kay. We are going to show you the most expensive dress in the world.
This thing is a doozy. It better be covered in diamonds. I'm sorry.
Just maybe it is. Yeah.
And we're going to play a little game of which is worse, and we're talking about counting calories, and some of these will surprise you.
Yes, and we don't know the answers.
Yeah, I just saw the question, so I'm even curious what's going to happen
Yes.
here. All right, if you thought you were well connected, you've got nothing on Generation Z. That's the 13 to 18-year-old crowd.
Oh, geez.
A new study by Wikia sheds some light on just how plugged in Gen Z really is. Check this out. Of the more than 1,200 Gen Zers surveyed, all of them, 100%, report being connected for at least an hour a day. 1 in 4 have already checked emails, messages, and social media sites within 5 minutes of waking up. Now, there are a few sacred times away from technology. 63% claim they're unplugged during work and school. However, only 44% say they're unplugged at church or while doing homework and studying. And behold the power of YouTube. 93% of Gen Zers say they visit the video sharing site at least once a week, and more than half do it several times a day. That beat out sites like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which was surprising to me. And being that tech savvy holds some influential power over friends and family. 47% say their advice has had a lot or a little bit of influence on the purchase of an iPad, so probably the parents checking in with them. And here's some food for thought. 40% say the same for Oreos and Subway, and 35% for Pizza Hut. So no surprise here, low on their list are eco-friendly products and wholesome foods or beverages.
And millennials also face one of the most challenging job markets in recent history, but rather than sweat out jobs they hate, like their parents might have, they're deciding to call it quits instead. For many millennials, giving themselves the pink slip is a golden ticket to career growth. According to research by the Harvard Business Review, 95% of high achievers around the age of 30 leave companies after 28 months and regularly watch for potential employers. Now, while this tendency to flee may seem baffling, economic turmoil from 2007 actually helped spawn this generation of quitters. Now, why many millennials are forced to take jobs outside their field of study, where they quickly grow impatient and of course want to leave at the next best opportunity. And remember, most of today's 20 to 30 somethings have no company loyalty and were raised by boomer parents who told them you can be whatever you want to be. So financial turmoil is simply a bump in the road to the dream job they feel they deserve.
Now, when it comes to relationships, there are all kinds of cliche dating rules that get tossed around in conversation, but are they really worth following? Before you convince yourself that there's a template for every relationship, take a look at these common dating myths debunked. The first one is wait to respond. So yes, playing hard to get every once in a while is fine. You don't need to make a habit out of it. Instead, communicate with the people you date the same way you would communicate with friends. That way you avoid any unnecessary games. The other rule is never to mention your ex. Now, while exes don't need to come up in every conversation or maybe the first date, it is okay to talk about past relationships as a way to get to know each other's dating history. And the other rule was to take it slow. Now remember this, every relationship moves at its own pace. You don't have to feel like you need to force a specific timeline. When it comes to love, follow your instincts and stay true to what feels right to you. That one I can definitely agree with, don't you think?
I agree, for sure, yes.
Now, while we're on the relationship train, I want to bring up a recent opinion piece. This came from the Huffington Post.
Yes.
And essentially, this writer was mad about an advice column that she read. And a woman wrote in, she was complaining because her husband had gained a lot of weight. And she's like, what do I do? Well, a columnist responded by saying, stop judging him, accept him for who he is, be happy that he's a good guy. So here is the person's question. This is her problem with it. She says, what if the roles were reversed?
Exactly.
Why is my wife got fat, a get out of jail free card for men, but my husband got fat elicits the equivalent of what's your problem? Essentially saying, ladies, you need to appreciate your man. Do you think it's a double standard there?
It's definitely a double standard for women. That if we gain weight, it's like, oh, well then, you know, my wife got fat and I can go and look at other women. I think there's a double standard. It doesn't make it make it right or wrong what she said.
A good point she brings up is we need to talk about the root of the issue. Why did you gain all this weight? Because there's definitely a reason there, whether it's self-esteem or you're unhappy. And I know it sounds bad, but protecting the way you guys looked when you got together is pretty important. I mean, you still want to have that spark there. Now, a lot of people were saying, oh, this is grounds for divorce, which I think is a little extreme.
That's way too extreme.
Yeah, but
it's all about communication. You have to be able to communicate together, and if there's a problem,
bring it up without getting,
without hurting their feelings, and just the respect for each other in the relationship.
Yeah. A good one.
Yep. All right. Well, every calorie counts, and so does every dollar. Here are ways to save on household items that will make you and your wallet very happy. Pet food. Amazon.com's subscribe and save service ships various household products to your doorstep on a schedule of your choosing. It offers numerous pet food brands and varieties at prices up to 15% lower than what you would pay at a big box pet store. Annual savings equal about $50. Toilet paper. All right, we need this.
You gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Most of the time, mass retailers like Sam's Club and Target charge 8 to 10% less on toilet paper than grocery chains. However, near the 1st and 15th of each month, many supermarkets discount paper products by 20 to 40%. So your annual savings total about $25. Now, DVDs and video games. Online and in-store prices can differ drastically, so to find the best deal quickly, use the free Shop Savvy app. It lists the lowest prices on movies and games. So what you do is you scan an item's in-store barcode to compare the price with those of nearby retailers and online merchants. And depending on how much you buy, you can save around $168.
Another thing you can do, we like to get our old movies and video games and take them and trade them in, and then you get a credit. Like places like GameStop will do that, and then you can trade them in and get new stuff.
I didn't know you could trade in movies.
Oh yeah.
All
and video games. I love that one. You get to clear them out. He's got enough.
Yes.
All right, when we talk about shopping, Princess Diana, she may not be with us now, but her status as a fashion icon lives on, and 10 of her most fabulous dresses were recently auctioned off in London. Check these out. Princess Di wore this navy and velvet ball gown with blue gloves and a pearl choker back in 1985. You may remember her twirling around in the arms of John Travolta at the White House gala dinner. Travolta ended up saying she was a good dancer with style and rhythm. Cool fact there.
Yeah.
Well, it sold for more than $362,000. Now check out this Catherine Walker long-sleeved gown with glittering blue-green sequins, the puff sleeves, which are coming back now, a plunging neckline. It was the perfect pick for Di's evening in Austria at a Grand Vienna theater in 1989. This one sold for nearly $136,000.
Wow.
And then the premiere of 1985's Back to the Future. This definitely called for a look that was era appropriate, right? Well, Di wore this red velvet Catherine Walker with a plunging back and a little bow on the tush there and a set of pearls. Sold for almost $164,000. In total, the entire dress collection sold for more than $1.3 million.
Wow.
Amazing, right?
What do you do with it? Do you wear those dresses, or do you
No,
just
put
display them
on
in your home?
display. And just a little teaser here, that amount still less than that most expensive dress we're going to talk about later in the show.
Way less.
Okay.
Way less. All right, well, coffee to start the day is a common staple, but have you ever felt like it's just not working anymore? Well, here's what to do when the caffeine stops working. Sip smarter. There's an app called Caffeine Zone 2 that lets you know the perfect time to sip it to maintain an ideal amount of caffeine. For most adults, that's between 200 to 400 milligrams or 1 to 2 cups of coffee. Now, down it faster. Your first coffee of the day should be sipped quickly to spike caffeine levels enough to wake you up.
Chug it.
Yeah, chug. Just make sure it's not hot, too hot. Give your body a break. Some experts suggest skipping caffeine for a week or two to rest your liver, if you can do that. But when you start drinking caffeine again, you'll need less to give you that jolt. And if you need about 200 milligrams for the full wake-up effect, then how much caffeine does your favorite drink have? We're going to break it down. 12-ounce Diet Coke, that only has 47 milligrams, so you'll need about 4 of those to drink to reach that minimum. 8 ounces in a Mountain Dew, that's about 54 milligrams. A Red Bull, that's 77 milligrams, so you need like 2 to 3 of those.
Holy cow.
That would give you the shakes, maybe. I don't know. McDonald's, a large coffee, that's 133 milligrams. Dunkin' Donuts, medium coffee, 178, so you're good with that. Panera's regular coffee, 189 milligrams. And the Starbucks Grande bold pick of the day has 330 milligrams.
Holy
so could you
cow.
imagine if you drank 2 or 3 of those? those, you'd be just
Or you could
totally
just
through
hook
the
me
roof.
up to a drip and just put the caffeine right in there. That's about the effect you're gonna get.
Yeah, we have to have our coffee.
Are you feeling rushed, stressed out, overworked, overbooked? Well, not only do you need to chill out, you need reminders to help you do it. Fortunately, there are apps for that, of course. First up, it's called Headspace. It's a free guided meditation app. It kickstarts your meditation practice with a 10-day starter program that includes mindfulness instruction for beginners. A low monthly fee is going to get you access to hours of video and audio meditations, which is cool. Next up, Simply Being. These are short guided meditations with or without music and nature sounds for relaxation and presence. It's only 99 cents, perfect for beginners who want something simple, and it's highly rated for being user-friendly and customizable, which is good. Another great app, Meditate Meditation Timer. If guided meditation not your thing, try going your own way with this basic meditation timer app. It allows you to follow your own practice either silently or with bells, and you can also track your practice and then chart your progress. So between all of those,
We're covered.
if you can resist using the app and checking your email while you're supposed to be meditating, I think you'd be good to go.
And when it's dinging and texts and phone calls are
Right.
coming in. All right, well, don't judge a book by its cover, and don't judge that donut by its sugary glaze.
Okay.
We're going to play a little guessing game.
right.
Which food is worse? All right,
And
ready?
we're talking calories.
Calories,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes. All right, a carrot walnut muffin. It's packed with nuts and veggies, unlike the glazed cake donut. Which one has more?
I gotta say the muffin because it's
Yeah,
essentially
muffin.
a donut. Woo!
Woo!
Ding, ding, ding.
We're good at this. 360 calories.
All right.
You do the next one.
Okay, a slice of vegetarian quiche. Okay, it has it all. Protein, lots of fresh veggies, a chocolate croissant. Simply sinful, right?
I think the croissant.
Do you think
has
croissant has more
less.
calories?
Less.
Less
More?
calories. What's the answer here? Chocolate croissant,
Is better
340
for you.
calories.
Ah.
Now listen, there's more nutrition in that quiche though, even though it has 730 calories.
That's
I gotta
true.
say. Okay, what's the next one?
The Asian chicken salad at Applebee's has nuggets of protein and a pile of fresh green fiber to boot, unlike the bacon avocado cheeseburger at Denny's. Which one has more?
I gotta say the burger has more calories. How in the hell?
All right.
Hey,
you're
you
right.
didn't even get to
You
answer.
were right. I was like, I don't know. It's too hard.
Okay, so then the Asian chicken salad,
Holy
1,390 calories. That's insane.
That's so much.
You add ranch dressing and you're really screwing yourself
That's your
over.
whole meal. That's a meal for an entire day.
All right, eating a California roll from Whole Foods, right?
Yes.
Basically like consuming air, especially when compared to the chili at Wendy's, right or wrong? We just did this
Yes.
story about sushi having tons of calories,
I think
right?
sushi is more.
Okay, are we right or wrong?
Woohoo!
right.
But not by too much.
Yeah.
Chili's. I think they're both pretty decent.
I don't know,
options.
chili at Wendy's freaks me out, so. All right, next, Cheesecake Factory's crispy chicken costoletta. Seems like a balanced alternative against deep dish pizza, right? Which
Don't
one?
knock my deep dish pizza from Chicago.
Okay, which one has more calories?
Probably the deep dish pizza.
I'm gonna say pizza has more calories.
Oh, we were wrong.
Holy crap.
The chicken, 2,600 calories.
Okay. All right, I'm done with this game.
Score one for Chicago
I'm done
deep
with
dish
this game.
pizza.
We did okay.
We did
High
pretty
five.
good. We're good
All
at
right.
this.
So many fashion trends, so little time. That's why we brought in our favorite stylist.
Yes, Melanie Pace is going to break down what is in style, what's out, and tell us how to wear it all next. And in spirit of March Madness throughout the show, we are showing you the A-list stars who were stars on the basketball court before they were famous. Cute then and still cute now, that Brad Pitt. Welcome back to Life Live Shopping. Neons and high-low skirts, they are the trends du jour, but are they worth investing money into?
And how do you wear them without looking like you're in costume or trying too hard? Well,
Yes.
to answer those questions, we brought in wardrobe stylist Melanie Pace. Welcome, Melanie.
Thank you.
All right,
so
you're going to
glad
run
to
this down with us. Let's start with things we're seeing now.
Yeah.
The high-low skirts, dresses. I have one. I know you
I
have
have
one.
one.
But
Love it.
are you not a huge fan of them?
I have tons of them, tons.
Okay.
They're really easy, you know, because you can put flats on, you could dress them up, you can dress them down, but they are something that has just been overplayed, overdone, and I think
Okay.
it's something that's on its way out.
So if we're looking to invest in pieces, maybe skip this and just keep what you have. And
It's
stop
too
buying.
trendy.
Don't buy
Okay.
any more, just one.
No more. Just, you know, you can still continue to wear the ones that you have, but
Yeah.
just be mindful when you are buying new ones. If it's like a plain black or a plain white, then maybe you could do that.
Okay.
But
It's more of a staple.
more of a staple.
Okay,
right.
all right.
Yes.
I'm very excited about this one-piece swimsuits are
Yeah.
back. The actress Anna Kendrick, she was just spotted wearing one. Looks so sexy there with that open
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
But how do us regular gals wear this without maybe looking like a soccer mom or like like an 80s style, you know, one piece?
Well, you think about the celebs that have really come out with this trend, like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, you know, and they all have different body types. So what really makes this sexy is maybe a halter top or
Okay.
something that has cutouts on the side like Rihanna was just recently featured in.
Yeah.
But Taylor Swift does the whole, you know, kind of 40s inspired where she does
She's
it.
very retro.
She
that.
is, but she pulls it off. I mean,
Yeah.
when you look at it, you think, well, she's in her 20s. Why is she wearing a one piece? But celebs kind of make this trend cool.
Yeah.
Where now we feel like, you know, we don't have to wear a
can do
bikini.
this.
We could finally thank them for a trend
Yes.
that we actually love.
Just don't
to
go
bring
the
back.
route of John Mayer's mankini
Oh, no,
thing.
no.
Just skip that.
And Borat,
Yeah,
Borat, when
Borat.
they were wearing that like neon
I like.
thing.
Never.
All right,
ever.
next one, bangs. They're banging. Everybody's doing them now.
Yes.
All the Kardashians, First Lady Michelle Obama. You know, should we do it? Should we go take the plunge and do the cut, or maybe try the clip-ins? What do you recommend here?
Okay, be careful when cutting bangs.
Okay.
I've done it.
a
And
lot
it
of
took
upkeep.
me a year and a half to grow them out.
Oh my gosh.
So be mindful that you, even though you want to go with these celeb hair trends and
Yeah.
makeup trends and things like that, they have professionals doing this for them every day.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
1 minute they have bangs, the next minute they don't. So you don't really know if they have the clip-in in or if they've really taken that plunge.
Yeah.
They have hair extensions, they have all of these things. But when you do it yourself,
Don't
it's
be
very,
fooled.
very hard. It's
a
a great
commitment.
trend. It's very cute. It's very now, but just be careful
So
doing it.
you would definitely recommend then something
Clip-ins.
not permanent.
Not permanent.
Next time, all three of us are going to.
But just make sure you can't see the clip-ins because
Yeah,
then
we
that's
don't
a
wanna
whole
go all
nother,
Britney.
Yeah, that's a whole nother issue.
Okay, all right.
All right, now to some trends emerging. We're going to talk a different kind of fringe, that Gatsby-esque flapper style, 70s style fringe is everywhere.
Yes.
But we don't want to look like Cher. I mean, a little bit like
What do you
Cher
do?
is inspired.
Do a little bit. You know, you don't want your fringe boots as well as your fringe jacket and your fringe top. You know, wear them very minimal. So
Okay.
wear them one at a time. And what I love about this, it really, when you walk into a room with fringe on, whether it's a top or a skirt or
Yeah.
anything, it's like, here I am. You know?
Would you say then that would be your big statement piece, and the rest would need to be like jewelry and that kind of
Yeah.
thing?
Absolutely.
Don't go
Even if you
crazy.
do an oversized fringe handbag, make sure that you don't have the boots on and everything
Okay.
else, so you don't look like a cowgirl.
And
Yes,
I've seen a lot of
exactly.
bathing suits right now with that too. On
Yes.
the tops, which is cute.
That's
Very
fun.
cute.
Okay, what about stacking rings? You've got tons of rings on right
Yes.
now. I love
Get a close-up
this.
of her hands.
Yeah,
Look at that.
seriously, and you can see it all the
I'm
time
like,
on
where are
Pinterest
they?
too. How do we
Yes.
do this? How do we mix and match and stack? And
Well,
do
you
all
know
that?
what I love about this stacking thing is that I can take my old jewelry that from my grandmother, or
Yeah.
even women that are married that wear their
Yeah.
their wedding band or wear it on the other side. They
Yeah.
can wear the costume and the real jewelry and
Love
stack
that.
them all together. They have little knuckle rings,
Yes.
thumb rings, pinky
Yep.
rings. Wear them and wear them a lot
And
and
you can
stack
mix the
them
colors.
and mix
And
the
have fun and
metals
talk like this a lot.
and
so
talk
guys
like
together.
this.
Well, thank you, Melanie.
Thank
We will
you.
link you to her website on our website, lifeloveshopping.com.
All right, well, coming up on Life Love Shopping, we will show you the world's most expensive dress and tell you how much it costs.
Insane. Plus, we are dishing about the latest fashion trend among the pregnant celebrities. That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. We're going to keep this fashion thing going, okay?
Yes.
The most expensive dress most women buy is the white one for their wedding, costing between $2,000 and $5,000.
Yes. Now, one dress designer is taking expensive dressmaking to a whole nother level by creating the world's most expensive dress. Drum roll, please. Here it is, a $17.7 million abaya.
Woo.
What is that exactly? It's a loose overgarment, essentially a robe-like dress that's really popular in the Islamic world. And it's so expensive because there are 2,000 stones in total, including 50 2-carat flawless white diamonds,
Ah.
50 2-carat flawless black diamonds, and 1,899 pointer diamonds, all set in platinum, of course.
Wow.
And the world's rarest red diamond, valued at $7.5 million alone. Now get get this, 1 in every 100 million diamonds is a natural red one, and they're found on average every 50 years.
That's amazing. It also has over 200,000 stitches, all hand done in 14-karat white gold threads. So this thing is a stunner, all thanks to British designer Debbie Wingham, who used the culture of Dubai for inspiration. Oh, and you can buy it too. It's on sale at the luxurious Raffles Hotel in Dubai. Just a reminder, it's $17.7 million. So make sure you, maybe they'll take a check. I don't
Let's go halvesies on it. You want to go halvesies?
Yeah, sure.
You can have it 6 months, I'll have it 6 months. All right, celebrities are familiar with glamorous gowns, and they often sacrifice, of course, comfort for fashion.
Especially with a baby on board. Morgan Miller is here with the latest celeb pregnancy style trend. What's up, Mo?
Oh, yeah, you know, pregnancy can be the most beautiful time in a woman's life, but there's this horrible stigma that once your body starts to change and your belly starts to grow, you have to go from fab to flats. Well, you don't. These expecting moms are accepting their style, and they're keeping their heels, too. Like Jessica Alba didn't let her pregnancy stop her when she was pregnant in 2011. She rocked the color blocking trend with this orange and purple maxi dress and matched it with a pair of sky-high peep toe pattern pumps. And some Hollywood hippies even kept their high heels, like Hilary Duff. She wore these peep toe spiked booties paired with her bright blazer and lots of layers, like Molly Sims. She's got some great layers going on in this all-black ensemble as well, but she topped it off with these purple skyscrapers for a pop of color. Now, this girl has not only kept her stilettos, but she's kept her skin-tight wardrobe as well. First-time mom Kim Kardashian is taking a different approach to maternity wear, sticking to spandex and stilettos for her maternity mantra, and even though we still can't really see her baby bump, Kate Middleton is keeping it classy with these heels and on-trend trench and, you know, as Brits do, a hat too.
Yeah,
Yes.
it works now, but I'm telling you, when that belly gets bigger, it is not easy to balance
And you would
it all
know because
out.
you were strutting around in heels when you were
I
pregnant.
know, so maybe go with the
Whoa.
wedge. I don't know. All right, guys, make
Nailed
sure you
it.
follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Yes.